It's so refreshing to hear a business podcast that feels relatable. I think that there's so many that exist that are, and I mean, we all have goals and aspirations, right? But they're all so, sometimes they feel like they're so far away from the current place that we're sitting at, or the starting point, or the founder's point, or the idea. And so it's wonderful to listen to these huge, big household name entrepreneurs at the kind of peak of their career and working backwards. But just for those of us that are just finding our feet and living it in the beginning stages, or the kind of even the middle stages, or even in the established stages, but it just feels so much more grounded than anything that I've listened to. So thank you for creating a space for that, because it's been, I feel like I know everyone that I've listened to so far, because I'm like, oh, I get it. We would all have a great lunch together.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly. But that is what you do.
Yeah, true.
So you appreciate this. It is all about kind of just that point of connection, even if it's just through your ears as you're like coming back from the school run or whatever. And I just love these kind of messy middle conversations. I have been fortunate to speak to people who feel like they're kind of arriving, maybe like they're finally, it's making sense for them. But actually everyone has those stories to tell of those awkward beginnings and those things where they really tried something, they thought it was going to be it and it wasn't it, and then they had to pick themselves up and do something different, or pivot, or just try again, or try in a different way. And I think that struggle to grow a business or to achieve those goals and those dreams is really hard, and people sit in it for a long time, and then they come out the other end and they have this, what everyone will perceive to be overnight success, and it's actually bollocks. Overnight successes take decades sometimes. And so even those people who feel like they're getting there and it makes sense to them, and they feel aligned, and they feel like they've got momentum and it's working and they're making money, actually they've all got those stories too. So even if I get those people on, I'm like, tell me about when it wasn't working. Because I think we all need that.
We do. The overnight success, that's an external perspective. The overnight success is what everybody else sees. And I think it's what we're conditioned to show people. So we can often be quite private in what we share with the world, in case we fail, or in case it doesn't go right, or in case we're embarrassed. And often the people that first see the things that we're starting to set up are the likes of our close friends and family. And I find there's a huge irony in the fact that the people that should make us feel the most safe, and the people that should be the ones that are there to nurture us, are often the ones that we're most embarrassed to say, actually, I really want to pivot, or I really want to start something that doesn't exist. So no, I can totally get how the overnight success thing seems. I mean, obviously I look at it from a business perspective now, but obviously my profession really is an actor and a voice artist, and that's the world of overnight successes. And you go, actually, if you really want to, go and have a look at some of the early day stuff that these people were doing. They might have just happened to appear on your cinema screen or your TV screen now, but they've been doing some pretty dodgy off West End stuff for years, wondering if it's ever going to happen. I think it's really important that we talk about that graft too, not gatekeep it and not be so shy. Just the vulnerability, I think, is where the real strength lies, because we can all celebrate the success, but really appreciating the moments where you can hit rock bottom, or you can wonder whether it's even something that's for you in the first place.
Yeah,
that's where your true growth happens. It really, truly is. I couldn't advocate that more.
It's a hard thing to hear that, because it doesn't feel like you're growing. It feels like you're stalling and you're frustrated, and it can actually just be quite painful that you have this sense that there is something for you and you just can't find it. But it's interesting. This is why the kind of blend of motherhood and business with this podcast is so endlessly fascinating for me, because I think it's the same. We don't show our failings in motherhood as much as we present our immaculate children, dressed in matching outfits at someone's wedding. We're not showing like the total shit show that was going on in the back of the car 10 minutes ago when you were trying to put a bow in her hair and everyone was melting down. That doesn't make it to Instagram. So I think the two things kind of go hand in hand. And then what you're doing is just inviting people behind the scenes in both, which is why it is attracting attention. It's helping you to find your people because
Yeah.
we need it. There isn't enough of it.